Okay, so this is the current state of my vanity, and probably the worst that it's ever been. It's still organized to an extent, but they're just so dirty. Like, why is my diploma on here? I have freaking textbooks, like stuff that just does not even belong here, like a whole ass dirty cup. Like, that's gross. Everything just needs to be cleaned, and I want to reorganize this whole vanity. I don't even know what this drawer is. Yeah, like this stuff can definitely fit in one drawer. This is my skincare. I also want to downsize this and just keep what I'm using in here. I have been procrastinating this like the whole week. It's Sunday now and I have no choice but to do this. I'm starting at 12:48, so we'll see what time I get this actually done. So first thing I'm gonna do is go through all of these drawers and just wipe everything down, wipe all of my makeup down, and also just clean the actual drawers. Okay, so I just finally finished. It took me like an hour to just do this side, and I took out all the makeup, bronzers, my primer, my powder. This is all lip stuff, which I didn't even touch or clean because I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, because it's taking up 2 drawers and I just don't want it to take up 2 drawers. And then up here I put the cleaned blushes. They actually look really nice. And then I cleaned all the drawers out as best as I could. Now I'm gonna try and put all this back and like reorganize. So I got a set of 2 new organizers from Target, and I'm gonna try and organize this drawer. That looks really good. I'm gonna make this my bronzer and highlight drawer because it just makes the most sense. I had my bronzers in the very bottom drawer for like 6 months and it was terrible. I hated it. This first drawer is done, and now I'm gonna do the rest of them. Basically just the same thing over and over. Okay, I just took all the foundations out of this drawer because it just looks so cluttered, like smack in the middle. So I'm gonna move these to a bigger drawer. Currently 2:18, so almost 2 hours, and I've been watching Devious Maids. I just started it, but it's pretty good. I have so many lipsticks, and I think I can make this look cute on top of my vanity, so we'll see. I haven't even started on this whole side, like, at all. And then the top is still the same mess that it was this morning. I'm just now finishing this lip drawer. It took me way longer than expected. This is definitely the one that took me the longest. All of the Clorox wipes I've used so many. Now I can finally start on these drawers. I've kind of already been taking stuff out, but I haven't cleaned these or anything. You can tell they're like so dirty. That's so gross. Okay, after working on it all day, I finally finished. So much better than before. Cleaned my vanity before and switched things up around before, but this is probably like the most drastic difference that I've ever done. I threw out all the trash I had. I had a bunch of trash here, like just piled up. I finally turned this little light on I have had for so long and I just never turn it on. Oh, in the middle, all I have is my computer instead of just always having it on top. This drawer, I just put in my glasses, my sunglasses, and then these little lens cleaners. And then I also want to put my contacts in here. My impressions vanity I've had for like 2 years, and then this is just a chair I got off Amazon. It's from Amazon. I think it's supposed to be a bathroom mirror because it has all of these like settings. Here's a little picture of my dog. It's not focusing. Up here, these frames are from Ross, also from like so many years ago. Here, I just have some jewelry that I switch off from. These are my 2 Sony Angels that I have. This is my like headband that I use every day. And this mirror is also from Impressions, but I got it from Marshall's so long ago. And this one also changes color and brightness and all that. And then here's a candle. I should probably be lighting this. It's Snowy Peach Berry. Here is my little lipstick tower. This is an acrylic thing I got off of Amazon. All of my Laneige ones here. These are some Dior ones. These Ole Henriksen ones. And then down here, my e.l.f. ones, my Fenty ones, more Dior. Here's all my NYX ones, which I did not realize I had this many. This thingy, it's magnetic, and it holds like little wallets and stuff. This one's kind of like my little junk drawer. This one was such a mess before. Not really anything makeup related, but just stuff that I need. I have cuticle oil, lash glue, all my hand sanitizers, makeup remover, and then I have my pimple patches, my little period patches, and my dermaplane razors. Keep them in the very top so that it's easy access. So this is all highlight. I used to have a highlight drawer. Ever since I got this vanity, I've only had a highlight drawer, but I don't really use highlight like that. And I pretty much use the same ones. This is probably my favorite one, the Rare Beauty one. So these are all my powdered bronzers. I try to organize them as best as I could. And then these are all of my stick bronzers. And these are just liquid contour, some bigger powders that did not fit. To the third drawer, I decided to make this my palette drawer. Since they're closer to the top, I'll actually use them more often and reach for them more often versus them staying in one of my bottom drawers. My go-to is probably this Makeup by Mario one. I also just have my eye base from P. Louise. The last 3 big drawers on this side. So these are actually all of my little bronzing drops. The rest of this is actually primer. So these are all like these little tubes. All of my mini like travel size ones. Honestly, these are like my favorite ones in the middle. I didn't even do that on purpose, but a few random ones. And then these are more of like these tube like ones. I made this my foundation and powder drawer. So this isn't really organized in any particular order, just kind of the way it fit best. My foundations, my main ones, I try to have them all standing up because I figured that would save me some space. And then back here are honestly just the ones that were too tall and didn't fit up here. So my loose powders, these are kind of more of like my favorite ones, to be honest. These are some more loose powders that just didn't fit in there. And then these are all of my pressed powders in the corner. The last drawer is my lipstick drawer. They're all clear ones, and these are all more like chapstick-like. All of these plumping. This is obviously a bunch of lip liners. I have some lip masks here off to the side. And this is another acrylic organizer from Amazon, more like actual lipsticks. To the next side, starting with this first drawer. Here I just have concealers. They're my high-end ones, and then back here I have my drugstore concealers. And then back here is extra beauty blenders and powder puffs. I put all my nail stuff. I just started doing my nails. These are all my mascaras. I kind of try to color coordinate it, and I think I did a pretty good job. All of my eyebrow products. This is all of my mini mascaras, all of my different eyeliners, and then I also just put my, what is this called? Why can't I think of the name for this? My eyelash curler in here. This one, I put my skincare. So I have sunscreen, a sleeping mask, moisturizers, toners, the things I've been reaching for the most is all of my serums. Here I have my SOS spray. my Thayer's toner, and then this is also one of my favorite toners. My one size, you can tell this is my favorite one. I have literally almost every single kind you can think of. I have the Jumbo, Wicked, the minis, the regular, and then this new one, right? Because this is like the best combo ever. Some extra powder puffs hiding for when I do need them, and also back there is so much more setting spray. Finally, the very last drawer. I wish it was a little bit more interesting. This is all just my extra skincare that I'm not currently using. All of this is either hasn't been used or just didn't fit. Toners, sunscreen, my eye patches. I also have some extra palettes back there and some extra chapstick, so this is kind of like a little storage area. This is my new and improved Vanity. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I think it looks so good.